started. Just a moment. As long as this clip render. Last night I slept pretty well. No complaints getting out of bed. I mean, usually a little groggy, but I did wake up in the middle of the night again. Spent maybe a half hour awake trying to wind back down. Let's see. It's not long of that. I mean, it's really that waking up in the middle of the night and going back to sleep part, which is always the challenge. So when was it? 2:28, and then it jumps to, oh yeah, it was more than half hour. So I spent like 40 minutes out of bed, and then that took maybe an hour. Yeah, so I was awake for at least an hour. Oh well. Okay, so here's the time lapse I just posted to TikTok. If anyone's joined from that, welcome. Basically, the gist of my live is I live stream my sleep apnea treatment. That's what you're seeing behind me right now. Yeah, that's me from last night. I did have to change shirts because I woke up and I was really sweaty. Yeah, it's like right in that time of year where it's like kind of uncomfortably warm in the morning, so I'm like, ugh. Also, I have this like mattress pad that has, can cool or heat the mattress, and I've had it on a setting called like warm wake up for the last probably since the winter. And which is kind of nice because it just like goes to like 180 degrees, 118 degrees, like right around. But apparently it's good for, to wake up feeling warm, kind of like gets you out of bed. But like when it's uncomfortably warm, hey, Sean, thank you for the follow, appreciate you. Cool. What was it? Yeah. Rob, I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, but yeah, if you don't have sleep apnea, don't recreationally try a CPAP machine. Maybe that's one way to agree with you. Yes, people who don't have sleep apnea should not get on a CPAP machine for kicks. Which mask is this? This is the F30i by ResMed. Rob, that is the worst advice you can give anyone. Just don't listen to your doctor. Got it. So insulin, so I should stop taking that? Thanks. Good advice, Rob. I'm gonna... Okay, this is all sarcasm, by the way. TikTok, don't content restrict me. Yeah. What do you call it? Yeah, don't listen to Rob in the chat, who's telling everyone to not listen to their doctors. Yes, F30i. You got that right, coach. Yeah, they're paid. My insurance company pays them, and if you want to get into a rant about the U.S. insurance system, yeah, sure. There's like a billion other lives. You can swipe to like Parker, Dean, or anyone else who's gonna like go live and talk about political stuff. But like, there's a constant in the universe, unaliving taxes, and in the U.S. health insurance, which is one of the last things keeping you alive. Okay, Rob, you're welcome to spread misinformation elsewhere. I mean, that's your right as an American citizen to use your First Amendment to, persuade as many other people to listen to your ill advice as possible. Sure, yeah. When people go on CPAP machines as like their last ventilator, yeah, that's when that's proof. I would agree. Anyone who is on a ventilator on a CPAP machine prior to being unalived by something else, like the C word, yeah, 100% lethality rate. Maybe not 100%, but like, Rob, I really wish I could ban you from chat, but I need like, I need moderators. Anyone good at moderating? I think I have a moderator right here. Can I? How do I do this? Is muting just for me or mute? Oh, nice. Thank you. That works. Okay, Rob. I'm going to talk to you for a while, and you can't say anything in response. Yeah. So when people, for example, are on their last breath on a CPAP machine, that's not sleep apnea treatment. That is what's keeping them alive for their last moments on Earth. So yeah, there's a reason why like CPAP is bad for you. It's because, oh yeah, if you know you don't want to stay alive for a little while longer to fight off an infection, yeah, don't don't let your doctor put it on a ventilator. Sure, that is 100% valid. Uh, the Tango. I live on the east coast of the U.S. Nathan, did my sleep apnea give me heart problems? No, but I do have heart conditions that run in the family, so sleep apnea is definitely something I want to be concerned about treating. Oh, yeah, Victor, you said you had sleep apnea for years and you wake up choking? Yeah, cool. Yeah, and coach, you're working on it towards a perfect fit. There's a quote from a TV show. I think we used up all the perfect. I'm not gonna say what. That's a very bad impression of the character, but yeah, if you know, you know. Yeah, I think we used up all the perfect. But yeah, um, get the best I've worked on. Oh, you're on a nasal pillow. Yeah, that's a lot of people coming to my live asking about their nasal mask or nasal pillow, and I'm like, I have no advice for them because basically I don't ever have any experience with it. So, I mean, the only thing I can recommend as a full face mask user is to try to switch to a full face mask. Yeah, but that guy spreading misinformation before. He's yeah. You can look up anything, any opinion, you, and then ChatGPT will end up just nodding along and agreeing with you. That's the best way to go about life. You know, having a lot of yes men. Or yeah, dogs. You never have sleep. Yeah. So there is a possible causal relationship between weight gain and sleep apnea. I think that's not a terribly controversial thing to say. Um, Especially since when I went to my primary care doctor to what do you call it, get diagnosed, they measured my neck circumference and basically said, "Yeah, your neck is my airway is susceptible to sleep apnea." Cool. So thank you all for the questions, rapid fire questions off the start about sleep apnea. Thank you all so much. Basically, I live stream my sleep apnea treatment on my channel. You can check out my channel above. It's a low profile YouTube channel, but here on TikTok Live, I do these live streams, talk about sleep apnea, as well as go over my stream. Like, one of the nice things about live streaming in the last 3 years, I've been live streamed for 3 years. It's hard to fathom that. Oh, Big D, the VIX. That is a, that is a nice little life hack. It's pretty safe because it's not going anywhere. You're not like licking the VIX off the front of the mask, even though maybe you could. But yeah, if you put like a little, and that'll just give you a nice, you know, VIX vapors. Hey, what the Fakundo? Good to see you. All right, so yeah, hence snoring. Oof, yeah. That's basically what I had to go off coach was snoring. I'd snored 30 years, and that's when I finally decided to. Well, I didn't decide. My friends basically insisted, like, you have sleep apnea. Wake up, literally wake up. And I went to see a doctor, and I was like, I don't. Oh, what is my pressure set at? Ugh, this is a great time to get my Oscar. Let me boot up the machine I use Oscar on. I'm gonna step away for a hot second. Maybe I can stay tethered to the mic so you can. Actually, maybe you won't be able to hear me because I'm so far away from the mic. You can see the green screen. Just gotta pop the SD card out of my machine. Alright. SD card removed. Aha! Precious SD card. Set to locked position. Boot up my Oscar machine. Look at how much dust it has. Oh yeah, I can get you those pressure numbers shortly, but yeah, I didn't do the homework. Yeah, I could, sorry. I could plug away the machine too, and it will tell me when the menus. Also, I don't know why it's not. It's not. Oh yeah, I'm out of breath because I'm pedaling under my desk. So people said just exercise and your sleep apnea would go away. I'm doing a little bit of everything. So, okay, heart rate. If you want to update on my workout, 114. Okay, booting up my Oscar machine. I haven't synced to Oscar in a few days, so it'll be kind of interesting to see. Oh yeah, so I'm BiPAP. So this is a Air Curve 10 by ResMed, the BiPAP model. So I have two pressures. There's the inhale pressure and the exhale pressure. If you don't know how CPAP works, CPAP is continuous pressure. You get one pressure, just no matter. Hey, Co-op Connor, 4 days ago, how's it going for you? It's good. I'm 6 years in, going great. 4 days in, how are you doing? I think I'd be interested to know how your experience is so soon. Whoa, still wake up all during the night. Well, I don't know if you want to blame the mask for the wake ups. I mean, okay, last night's live. Yesterday is live. Yeah, I went live like 6 p.m. Eastern last night, and I found that my mask was just a little bit off. So the reason you haven't heard about BiPAP is because it's more expensive than CPAP. CPAP is where most people start on their sleep apnea treatment journey because it's cheaper. Honestly, I don't know if there's some sort of cheat code if you can like ask your doctor, hey, instead of a CPAP, can I get a BiPAP? And they're like, really? You want to pay the extra money? Like, yes. I don't know if that's a route because, yeah, it does kind of breathe for you in a way because basically it's giving you two levels of pressure. One level of pressure on the inhale, one on the exhale, and it's detecting when you do it. And in some ways, it's sort of once it's detecting how you do it, it's almost you're right. It's almost regulating how you inhale and exhale, which is kind of wild. Hey, Pedro, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. All right, just waiting for this SD card to get read. There we go, and let's go import. All right, all of this to get Oscar. People there are some sleep apnea power users who's come into my chat and say, "Oh, you're not using Oscar. You're a noob." I'm like, F off, really. Okay, pressure. Inhale pressure 22. Exhale pressure 13. So yeah, so it's like almost 10 numbers lower for the exhale. So I can breathe out a lot easier on BiPAP. While it's on CPAP, it's continuous. So the same pressure you breathe in on, your body feels lower resistance breathing out on. Yeah. So Snuggie, that's sort of how BiPAP works. Now, if you're just learning about BiPAP, APAP is like even more complicated than that. Basically, where it's like deciding on every breath how much pressure to give you, which is like absurd. Alex Lopez, what are the symptoms of sleep apnea? Well, sleep apnea is a sleep disorder, which is a disorder of the airway. And when it closes up partially, you get the snoring sound. That, like you partially close your airway and try to breathe in or out. That's snoring is the most common symptom of sleep apnea. But the most dangerous symptom, which is, oh my gosh, Charles. Yes, that. The stopping of the breathing. So Charles says he stopped breathing 247 times during his sleep study. Now, is that per hour or total? If that's per hour, that's pretty crazy. I have to do the math on that. Get a calculator out. Be like, how many times? Here's the old calculator. So 247. If that's per hour, that's divided by 60. That's 4 times a minute, which is pretty wild, Charles. If that's your per hour number, that's pretty wild. I've heard some people have a pretty high number like that, but yeah, 247 I think takes the cake. Gotta check. Yeah, daytime fatigue is one of the unsung symptoms of sleep apnea, which basically, oh yeah, the VA. Oh, I hear you. Yeah, I got semi-political before when I was getting on that guy for spreading misinformation about CPAP, but you know, I'm not gonna go any further because life's tough enough as it is. All right, so here's the anyone's just joining me. Thank you so much. I'm up to like a dozen viewers right now. This is the footage from my live stream. I live stream my sleep apnea treatment. So that's what's going on behind me. S4MU, thank you for the follow. Have I ever thought of the Inspire? Oh, if anyone doesn't know what the Inspire is, basically it's like an implant they put right in your chest. There's 2 little wires. One goes up to your airway, one goes down to your lungs. And basically when you turn on every night, it stimulates the airway and basically prevents you from having apneas and keeps you from snoring and all that. So it's actually pretty incredible. I'm not interested in surgery at the moment, and I'm adapting pretty well to sleep apnea treatment. So for the moment, no, not. But maybe later, because the one thing about holding off on medical devices is they will get better over time. So, for example, some of the earlier versions of the Inspire were not MRI safe. If anyone's watched Final Destination 6, you'll know what I'm talking about. So newer versions are MRI safe, meaning they use metals that aren't like magnetic. So you actually get an MRI with it in. So yeah, that's the thing. Cool. So this is the live stream now. I posted this time lapse of it to my TikTok just a moment ago, and I declared that I got 8 hours of sleep last night. So let's take a look at my sleep tracker. So basically, I sleep track using the Apple Watch. Hey, coach. Yeah. Terrible day. Wake up. Ooh. Yeah. Those are really scary symptoms. Oh my gosh, Charles. That is. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. That is one of my biggest fears, falling asleep at the wheel. Oof. Alright, so 8 hours, 3 minutes of sleep is. Oh my. Oh, cool. Well, anxiety is also a pretty big thing. Things you should be anxious about. Oh, but yeah. Cad, you're so exhausted on the regular, even though 6 to 8 hours in your CPAP. Yeah. that was me maybe still 2 3 years in. I'm 6 years in, and I think I'm finally. I mean, it might not be the best. I don't know, depending on how far you're in, CAD, but like, there's hope. It might take time, but like, 6 years in, I'm finally hitting a stride, kinda. Oh, Jacob, if you're so there is a type of sleep apnea that the brain causes. So it's a central nervous condition. It's called central sleep apnea. While obstructive sleep apnea is when the airways obstructed physically. Central is when your central nervous system basically forgets to breathe. Hey, Lebby, the blue eyes. Thank you for the follow. By the way, I am really close to 1,000 followers. No pressure to the next 16 people who want to follow me. Actually, if everyone in the everyone who's viewing me right now follows me, that'd be like really close to 1,000. Not that again, I'm not. Oh, Andrew, thank you for the follow. Yeah, that's me. That's the only fishing for followers I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do some more later. All right, so eight. Oh yeah, I'm out of breath because I'm pedaling underneath my desk. So current heart rate 106. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah. So you're pretty sure it's obstructed because it sounds like your throat closes. Yeah, that's a pretty distinct sound when your throat closes. All right, cool. So 8.5 hours. Oh, sometimes thank you for the follow. All right, getting pretty close now to 986. All right, so 8.5 hours, 8 hours. There's that hour in between, little, that 1 hour orange block, which kept us from being 9 hours of sleep. So, how many? I'd have to get pretty flush with money to say, hey, give me the newest model. Nah, I save that for my computers and phones. Uh, Medical equipment, I'll let the insurance pay for that, which, you know, they'll pay for the cheapest of whatever. Or stimulation, sleep deprived. I mean, that's insomnia takes all sorts of forms. I remember when I used to like exercise in the middle of the night, and that would just exacerbate my insomnia. Hey, Cat, thank you for the follow. User, no, I do not have kids. I am not married. All right, so fell asleep 10:38 last night. So let's go through to the real time. Don't worry, we're not gonna go real time per se. I'm gonna go like fast forward. So I got into bed right before 10. So this is actually something I've been saying I was gonna do the last few TikTok lives, was to get to bed earlier. Finally did it, but here's the other thing I couldn't commit to doing, was staying off my phone. So let's see how long it was on my phone. 10:02. That's why you can get 8 hours plus of sleep. Yeah, that's why. Alright, so 10:02. When do I stop using my phone? 10:07, 10:10. Come on, get off the phone. Alright, I'm touching it less and less. Wow, you got 27:35. Oh yeah, that's pretty much borderline severe sleep apnea. Alright, 10:02. Oh yeah, I hear that from a lot of new parents, that sleep is not a thing. Alright, 10:20. Okay, so spent 25 minutes on my phone. How much my quality of life and sleep has changed for me since starting treatment? A lot. Okay, I spent half hour on my phone before I finally. Okay, yep, this is me. This is all me. Well, again, I use the excuse I got. Yes, I use the excuse that I got into bed early. Okay, so it took me 30, 40 minutes, 32 minutes rather to to put my phone down and get to sleep. So don't. One of the rules of sleep hygiene: don't have your phone in bed with you. That's just a bad idea. Vic, how did I find out how to sleep apnea? I went to my doctor, who sent me to my sleep doctor, who sent me out with a sleep lab, which confirmed I had garbage. Confirmed that I had severe sleep apnea. So I might my AHI, the times I would stop breathing per hour were 70. So more than once a minute. Okay, so half an hour on my phone, so that may have been a half hour of sleep. I could, well, God was for sleep, but if I just put the phone down sooner, who knows? All right, so when did I actually fall asleep? Now, I could kind of tell when I'm asleep now, so I think that I'm probably awake here. 10:38 is when I set it. So here I pull up the eye mask, but then here I think I'm asleep shortly after, if not right here, because like I think as soon as my jaw droops, like when we rewind it, like watch my jaw. I think there's a point where it kind of like, do I wake up gasping? Actually, I never had that. I never had the waking up gasping for air thing because so the longer you have sleep apnea, the more your body gets desensitized to it. So if you're starting to notice when you first develop sleep apnea, or you're first having the symptoms of sleep apnea, you your body doesn't like it and will wake you up. But if you go decades without treating, like I did, basically your body kind of just like rolls with it. How much do I lift? Uh, okay. Thank you for the question, Scared, but like, yeah, I know, I get what you mean. All right, so 10:38. I'm asleep, and I can tell because I have these little ticks that I do only when I'm asleep. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but my thumb kind of twitches. Oh yeah, it's the first night of sleep on my CPAP was really quite incredible. It was like, oh my god, I've never slept this well before. And then, you know, after that honeymoon period, you kind of go and like, okay, it starts to get a little harder to. Nice. User, yeah, it's great advice to wear the eye mask because if you can't get complete darkness, first of all, don't. Second rule, don't sleep the lights on like I do. I'm an idiot. I live stream myself sleeping, so. Uh, man. Yeah, you're right. The man, you can't. Basically, with sleep apnea, you can never really properly sleep. You know, your body's fighting you to breathe, essentially. All right. Cool. All right, so we are entering my first sleep stages, which is deep sleep. Now, 10:57. That was basically this right here. Yeah, look at this. This whole period right here is deep sleep. I did not move a bit. Yeah, you're welcome, Vic. All right, and that's deep sleep. Now, the difference between deep sleep and core sleep, which is like light sleep, is going to be a lot of what do you call it? Tossing and turning. So 11:35. I bet you the tossing and turning is gonna resume or start again. Yep, right around here. The tossing and turning. Dill, how did I first know I had sleep issues? I know I've always had sleep issues. How did I know sleep apnea? My friends had to like convince me to see a doctor about it because I was not gonna go willingly. Oh, look at this. A mask adjustment. Is CPAP actually worth it? Yes. Uh, Actually, even better is BiPAP, which is what I'm on right now. Ooh, look at that. Wow. I'm. What is this? What did I do? Oh my gosh, I took the mask off. Hey, Jill, thank you for the follow. Alright, so I had to be somewhat awake, but okay. So a lot of people on sleep apnea stream complain that they take the mask off in the middle of the night. Okay, I hear it now. Alright, so I'm going to turn up the volume on the recording because I think there's something worth hearing. I think this is the leak, and I think my unconscious self has gotten good at diagnosing leaks. Yeah, Vic, that's an interesting question, and someone brought up before that CPAP is not healthy for you, which is a load of misinformation. Basically, yeah, I wouldn't recommend people try CPAP recreationally or without a sleep apnea diagnosis. That's probably not good. Yeah, I mean, may not. may not be the worst idea for you, but also it's not advised. Okay, so I'm gonna turn up the sound on the recording because I'm on here. So right near, look, I did yawn. Okay, and then yeah, I notice something's up. Yeah, because that farting noise was actually the mask being like loose. So I'm like subconsciously, this is me half asleep. Oh, look at that! One of the mask straps came off, and I'm like, so this is how good I've trained my subconscious that if the mask comes off, I don't take it off anymore. But so unconscious in me actually has like pretty good troubleshooting skills. So right now, mask leak. Look at this. The hand goes up. It's like something's wrong. Like so, I'm not entirely awake. I'm like half awake, but my hands I got so good at troubleshooting. Like, is it this connection? Yeah, I definitely have a lot more energy throughout the day. All right, all right. So I'm checking that connection, and then that connection seems fine. Remember, my eyes are still closed. I don't even think I'm even awake for this. This is how. Wow, this is the first time I'm seeing this. Okay, whoa. I pulled it. I pulled the mask off. What the hell am I doing? You're crazy. It's crazy, bad lad. Oh my gosh. What a that is such systematic troubleshooting. I was like, click both masks ports back in. Now, if I'm awake and I just have my eyes shut, then sure, maybe. But look, my eyes are completely shut. I don't think I'm awake for this. I don't remember this at all. But my eyelids even twitch. It's like I'm dreaming and I'm. Oh my god. This is maybe the wildest thing I've ever seen. It's like me, like, clearly my hands are so bad at putting the mask on, like, clicking the mask while I'm asleep. It's like, holy crap. Oh my. Look, got it, and then I take an inhale, and the machine starts going again because it'll detect the inhale. I think. Did it stop? Okay, what time is this? 11:40. Yeah, the machine is, according to Oscar, the machine is completely stopped right now. So at about 11:50, I think it's going to. Once I take a breath in, the machine's going to start up again. So right now the machine's off because I taken the machine off. I taken the mask off unconsciously, but this is how impressed I am with my subconscious now that unconscious me can actually troubleshoot, like can take the mask apart, put it back together in my sleep. I do not remember any of this. All right, so it'll take maybe a minute or so. I think 30 seconds after, like 10, 11, 50, and 30 seconds is when I take my first like deep inhale. Yeah, there it comes. So watch, my mouth opens. Inhale. And the machine's going to detect it. It's like, oh. Trying to listen for the machine's got to get going soon, right? I don't hear it, which is kind of wild. I think the machine is going. Hey, actually, let me back. Oh yeah. Here, I'm gonna pull the machine's display into view. So I'm gonna just pull this up right here. Magnify 200%. Just check it out. Whoop, sorry. So after all that, after me taking the mask off, what's a good CPAP to get it? I've always used the ResMed brand of CPAP sleep apnea machines, so that's what I've been using. That's my recommendations. Yeah, the garage, but like, dude, I'm impressed with myself. Okay, so check it out. So maybe I'm like I'm not really, my breathing got really shallow for that minute, but check it out. Once I turn over to my side, I take a deep breath in, and it's going to cause the sleep apnea machine to turn on. There it is. So watch the screen. So at some point, I triggered the auto on feature. So yeah, there it is. So it blinked right back on. That is pretty damn cool. I am gotten so good at this that I'm able to like troubleshoot mask issues in my sleep. Like, look at that. I did not wake up for a moment of this. Like, a lot of people starting on their CPAP journey are like, oh man, I keep taking the mask off. But you can get to this point where your unconscious is better at fixing the mask than you are when you're awake. That is pretty crazy. Yeah, there's a definite stoppage. SPG chat. Oh, thank you for the follow. Yeah, that's pretty wild. That right there, my mask. I took my mask off, but put it back together better, and then started. It started the machine up again. That is pretty wild. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That is all right. I'm gonna move right from that to some REM sleep. So how did I find out that I had an SFO? My friends basically had to insist that I get checked out for it because they would. I would share hotel rooms and be like, "Dude, it sounds scary when you snore. It's like you stop breathing." It's like, and I didn't believe them. It's my fault for being so stubborn. But yeah, eventually I took someone up on it and going to see a doctor, and they were right. All right, so check it out. This is rapid eye movement sleep, which I'm going to show you. Watch my eyelids. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad because I was pretty stubborn I could have got this a lot earlier. Okay, so this is about maybe a little while of um, rapid eye movement sleep, which is the sleep stage that's pretty associated with dreaming. So I did have some dreams last night. So what did I? Oh yeah, this is such a content creator dream nightmare. I had a rival content creator I met at a concert who put out a video bashing me, and I was like, I gotta find this guy, and it's turned into this whole cyberbullying thing. It's dream scenarios, really weird. All right, so yeah, check out the rapid eye movement between here and there. Now, this is probably not. That's the dream I had. I don't think is this one because I didn't write it down until I woke up later, like around 7 this morning. But this is all rapid eye movement. This is like pretty conducive sleep for having dreams. All right, so we're up here now. There's some noise. I don't know if this is my air conditioner or what. Let me push play. What is that noise? I think it's just so the noise varies on my live stream because just when my microphone is right here, and there's different like vents on the sleep apnea machine, which depending where the vent's pointing, sometimes it causes the sound on the recording to get like high. Oh, okay. So that's more rapid eye movement sleep at 207. That's about right here. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna zoom in again on my eyelids, and let's go watch rapid eye movement. All right, so this is gonna last all the way up until 2:28. So now like 20 minutes of this. So you can watch. You see the eyelids move, and then also every once in a while you see the eyeballs twitch underneath, and then you get that real distinct like left-right movement, and that's rapid eye movement. Whoa. That's pretty wild right there. Yeah, I don't remember if I was streaming before I woke up here. Yeah, I'm gonna wake up right around here. Now, okay, now here's a good time to maybe figure out what, if anything, woke me up. Now, REM sleep is also notoriously easy sleep stage to wake up from because your mind could be thinking of things like nightmares, for example. Hey, Eddie, you have this mask, but telling you just hmm. Run the fit check before you go to bed. So here's what I do every night. Before I get into bed, I put the mask on and run the fit check mode. Make sure it's all green before I. So try that. If that doesn't work, you see I added an extra strap, the chin strap that actually has extra support, which is really kind of cool because check this out. In the middle of the night last night, Eddie, I was asleep and I noticed the mask was off a little, so unconsciously I was able to like unhook, like systematically check, both tubes of the mask and then put the straps back on. I don't open my eyes first. I don't remember any of this. Mind you, I could just be asleep. I could just be awake and just keeping my eyes shut, but I don't remember that. So yeah, try. Yeah, do the fit check before you go every night, and second, maybe try adding a chin strap. Your third and last resort, try taping the straps down so they don't like move as much. You can get like this simple bandage tape from the pharmacy aisle, and you might be able to try that. Yeah, yeah, give that a shot, and hopefully good luck with that. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna see if there's anything that woke me up right here. So okay, there's an itch. So maybe that was it. So I'm just looking for the moments right before I wake up. So scratch my neck. Oh, there it is. So is that what woke me up? An itch? Seriously? All that effort just to get woken up by an itch? Yeah, because I'm in REM sleep. And maybe just like a little itch on my neck, and then boom, I'm awake. All right. So that caused me to wake up at 2:28. I paused the live stream, come back at 3:11. So that's like almost more than half an hour out of bed. So what time did I get back to sleep? So 2:28. 3:37 is when I fall back to sleep. So another like 25 minutes. Uh, okay. All right. This time I was on my iPad. So that was the iPad's fault. Alright, now I'm still on my phone, so phone's to blame. Okay, and eventually I get tired enough to zonk out, so there I am. Almost. Come on. 3:37, that should be. Is it 3:37? 3:37. Huh. 2 minutes from now? That's pretty impressive. Yeah. Dude, I fell asleep. My thumb is still on my phone. I was like, alright. I might have been playing match Pokemon and just like maybe went AFK on my opponent, fell asleep. Like, you're boring me. Alright, that's cool. So I'm asleep again. Alright, so back here. Alright, so we have some more deep sleep coming up at 4:30. Now, people ask, how do you get more deep sleep? Now, the thing about deep sleep is, it happens like towards the beginning of your sleep, which the best way to get more deep sleep is to have two beginnings of your sleep. So, yeah, that's I'm being a little facetious, but like if you segment your sleep like this, you can trigger your body to get more deep sleep. But I think it's maybe a little bit worthwhile to get solid sleep rather than additional deep sleep. All right. So got some more REM. Okay, here is probably where the wild dream came in. I remember this wild dream. It was like, yeah, rival content creators. Yeah, very relatable dream. All right, 5:02. Let's take a look. You can see if we have any. Oh, great. We have some front row to some rapid eye movement. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in my eyelids once again. Sorry for the extreme close up. Check it out. Yeah, so here I am, almost a full hour REM sleep. So yeah, this is probably when I had a really long, intense dream about, yeah, like a rival content creator made like a video response like bashing me. Such a such a very niche dream. All right, am I out of it yet? No, I'm still in it, but I did change positions, so I'm probably still, yeah. There's still rapid eye movement, but I'm on my side, so let's take a look at that. It's a good hour of this, so oh, hard to keep up with myself. This again. Does the machine make a loud noise? For a lot of people, it doesn't bother them. For me, I wear the noise canceling headphones to cancel it out. Did I? It was kind of it was a little bit of an annoying dream. I was like, I had a dream that a rival content creator was like making a video like bashing me, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna find them and they respond," or like, it's one of those like very relatable dreams. I thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Hey, I'm 10 followers away from 1,000. Not to jinx it, but hey, so how long? Vaccinator, thank you for the follow. Martizan, thank you for the follow. Alright. I don't want to declare victory too soon because I don't know who's going to be my 1,000th follower. It could be someone in this chat right now. Okay, so how long? Honestly, 2-3 years before, 3-4 years. To be honest, I would say like 3 years in. I started to live stream and started like really trying to figure out different things that prevent me from getting good sleep. But eventually, like, yeah, eventually the sleep came, and that a lot of people don't want to hear that, but for some people it takes time. That's what I tell everyone who's starting. Just be patient with it. It may not, you may not feel fully rested like right away, but you'll get there. And the other thing is, it's not a cure-all. If you had sleep problems going into having sleep on top of having sleep apnea, it's not going to like fix everything. It's gonna let you get good sleep. The rest is up to you. You still have to carve out the time of the night to get sleep. Do I have oxygen? No, I have Oscar. I don't really put that much um, stake in blood oxygen measurements, but like, you know, a lot of people do. I mean, it's definitely a cause of concern if your blood oxygen is low. Oh, Shiesty, you just got your sleep apnea test done. What what? You care to share your results? CPAP is kind of expensive. Yeah, especially in the U.S. The U.S. insurance system, how it pays for it is really convoluted. I have no idea how much it costs. So many people between you and the medical provider that you pay all these co-pays and yada yada. Don't go out of pocket if you have. Oh, okay. So you don't know until next week. Well, hope you get some answers. Hope you get better sleep soon, Shiesty. All right. Uh, Again, don't want to jinx it. I'm 8 followers away from 1,000. So if everyone in this chat just follow me right now, you might be my 1,000th follower. Uh, Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Shiesty. All right, so that's 6 now. Yeah, 6 away. Um, yeah, I noticed the difference the first night. The first night was like night and day, literally night and day difference. All right, here's me waking up. By the way, sorry for the alarm. I think it's my alarmo. Uh, oh no, it's like birds chirping. It's my alarm clock on my. Look at me like slowly wake up. I'll spare you the alarm clock sound. All right, so birds chirping. It's kind of a relaxing alarm clock sound, but Okay, here's that part where I premature celebration. Hey, Adrian, you have the same CPAP mask? Yeah, it's the F30i by Resmed. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and tunnel into my phone. Yeah, it's a lot of CPAP providers have this very similar design. Alright, check it out, folks. 994 followers. Who wants to be 1,000? No pressure. Meanwhile, I'm gonna. Alright, so eventually I wake up. Alright, so that's me getting out of bed. Oh, yeah, I actually snoozed, so I didn't immediately wake up. I snoozed again, and at least, so the night before I woke up and then my alarm went off. I think Mario Kart sounds, yeah. Oh, it's so hard to hear with the air conditioner anyway, so yeah, so I'm surprised I can hear anything. Alright, so that was my 8 hours of sleep. Again, could have been 9 hours if it wasn't for this hour break in the middle, but you know, I'll take it. 8 hours split into 4 and 4 basically is pretty good. Cool. Alright, let's check that follower count. 994. Should I give a prize for my 1,000th follower? No, don't be one of those people. Fulfillment. How am I gonna fulfill a prize? We're like in a different like jurisdiction. Pay tariffs or whatever. Alright, folks. Maybe I'll just go ahead and end the live here. Quit on my head. Maybe I'll get my 1,000th follower off live. But if you enjoyed watching me review my sleep, yeah, feel free to drop me a follow. I appreciate that. Again, no prize for being my 1,000th follower. I'll maybe just shout you out, but like, alright, so that was my last night's sleep, 8 hours. So here's last night's sleep compared to the week. So let me move this prompt out of the way. See these stats a little bit better. Alright, so this is last night compared to the rest of the week. Yeah, definitely a lot better. So my average is inching up. My average was under 7 hours. It's increasing. Alright, that's pretty good. Some other stats. I'm using the Apple Watch to track my sleep, so it also tracks breathing disturbances. This is a pretty important metric for anyone who doesn't know if they have sleep apnea, because this will detect if you have sleep apnea. Well, it'll give you a warning if you have the warning signs for sleep apnea. Alright, so that's my 7-hour average. Alright, here's my air score, 98. What did I lose points for? Okay, I took the mask off 4 times, but pretty good. 0.7 events per hour, considering I got diagnosed with 70 events. That's pretty dang good. Alright, folks, I'm gonna call it live. It's just been under an hour. Follower count is 994. If anyone wants to be my 1,000th follower, I don't think there's enough people there are enough viewers to even be my 1,000th. Alright. So anyway, thanks so much for joining me. If you check out my TikTok, I have days and days, many days of time lapses of each night's sleep. If you look at my first pinned video, this is what happens when I don't treat my sleep apnea. It's basically a little bit of me snoring. Oh, sorry, it's a little low. Here's my sleep paralysis story, if you want to hear about that, and my unboxing video of Nintendo Alarmo. Alright, folks, I'm going to go ahead and call that a live. 6 followers away from 1,000, so thank you so much to my 14 new followers, 1,400 hearts, appreciate y'all. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and call that. I might go live later, hey, maybe I'll get 1,000 today. So I will see you all next time. Peace out. See ya.